Hello friends, it's Reza. Thank you for coming to channel Reza Blade, and I have a very special episode of my 30 and 30 take 3 today. We are doing a stamping plate showdown. I have mentioned to you previously that the Mr. Fox plates on AliExpress are copycat plates, and I told you that so that the people who care one way or another about that can make their decision about those plates with the full information about that situation. So I wanted to show you that their fairy plate is an item by item copy of the clear jelly stamper fairy plate, which is CJS LC-04. I'm going to show you that plate. Now this is a larger plate than the small fairy plate that is the copycat, but let me show you both plates and then I can do a line by line, okay? So here is the smaller plate. Now this does retail for about $3.99 on AliExpress. I believe the $1 version does not have a backing. If you find it for $1.89 or whatever, that one won't have a backing. So if that's important to you, just so you know, you have that info too. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice is that the big filigree moon is not on this plate because it's quite big and it takes up a lot of space. So that is not on this plate. This one is not on the smaller plate. The big wings are not on the smaller plate. None of these big items except for the big fairy are on the small plate. The small plate has a couple of original images, or at least not on the CJS-04 stamping plate images. This little fairy who is thrusting her hand up into the sky as she flies, that is not on the CJS plate. And these two items are not on the CJS plate. In fact, I actually prefer these flowers to a lot of the flowers on the CJS plate. These laurel leafy or fern thingies, whatever these leaves are, those are not on the clear jelly stamper plate. The only wording that this copycat plate has from the clear jelly stamper plate is wish. All the other wording, wish, make a wish, believe, sparkle, dream, fairy, dust, faith and trust, believe in fairies, whatever, all of that. Oh, this says Pixie, I think. All of that is not on the copycat plate. The big moon and the little moon are, though. None of the lock and heart key stuff are on the clear jelly stamper plate. This little flourish is the only flourish on the copycat plate. Here it is. And these rows of stars are the only stars on the copycat plate. This whole area here is just on the clear jelly stamper plate. So these stars. Now see, it still has the 2 rows of stars that are on the copycat plate. Also, the copycat plate is missing a couple of styles of mushroom. But the copycat plate does have the same wing accent and silhouette, fairy silhouette images as this plate. So now there are a couple things that are different, like they both have a fairy image that I think of as the floating fairy, and it is different on the clear jelly stamper plate. It's a little bit bigger and a little bit different on the copycat plate. So that being said, that's about what the differences are. You know, fewer flowers on this one, fewer flourishes, fewer stars, obviously, because there's just no space. However, I do prefer this image, which I think of as like a fairy on the moon or whatever. It's got some filigree detail on the overlay of the plain circle. So I like the size of this better than I like this smaller one up here and this really big one down here. So There are a few things that I prefer about this plate, but you definitely don't get, you're not, when you buy the $4 plate, you're not buying the equivalent of the $10 plate. You're buying like a Cliff's Notes version is what you're buying. So just to let you know what is on what, I will move on to the mani I did and the swatches of both of these plates. Alright, here is my mani. Alright, I hope you guys liked that. I was really happy with it. Here are the polishes I used for the ombre. We've got Sally Hansen Insta-Dry in Leap and Lilac. We've got the new Vanessa Hudgens, I think, collection from Sinful Colors, Shimmy Shimmy. We have classic Sinful Colors, Let's Talk. And we have a Nail Hoot polish called Fluorite. Tanzanite. I lied. It's Tanzanite. Okay. Anyway, so those are the polishes I used for this ombre. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I used a teal from Hit the Bottle for these petals. And for the wing accents on the butterfly. Alright, let's get to the swatches. The little plate is up here. Here's the copycat. It does stamp well, just so you know. And here is, they are spread out a bit, but here are the images from the large plate, the original clear jelly stamper plate. This is just a little smudge from improper scraping. I like these flourishes. These are always a good idea to have in your collection. And again, I just didn't scrape these wings correctly. And we've got some wording down here and some wording down here. Got some flourishes and a bunch of mushrooms that I cut off at the head. Alright, so there are those. Well, I hope you enjoyed this stamping plate showdown, and I hope that it effectively showed you what is what, and it will inform your decision of whether or not to get either plate. I do, all things being said, I do prefer this clear jelly stamper one over the copycat, but I do also acknowledge that $4 is more affordable than $10. So your decision is your own. Do as you will. And I am signing off with a reminder to subscribe. We've got a giveaway coming up at 555 subscribers. I am steadily approaching that. Please subscribe and you will be eligible for the giveaway. And do like and put a comment down below if you have anything to say or any questions. And I will see you soon because I am continuing my 30 and 30. I just got 9 plates in the mail in the last 2 days, so I may kind of just continue doing mostly daily reviews even after the 30 days are done because I have a lot of reviews to do. So just so you know, I'm going to keep going as far as showing you new plates. So make sure you subscribe and click that little notification bell, and I will see you soon.